Hello all you hardcore boxing fans out there, how are you doing? It's Big Porky here, and still the voice of hardcore boxing. Now, I've not done a few videos now for a while. It's been a week today since the weigh-in for the Tommy Frank fight against Luke Wilton, and after the weigh-in I went out with Dennis and had a late one, very late, and I suppose it's just snowballed since then, hasn't it? But anyway, a week later I've recovered and I'm okay. But I wanted a break anyway. We've got some new gadgets we're going to be playing with. Nicola has got new software, new computer, and I've added something to my camera, so we had a break. I've been bang at it 5 weeks, working hard, and I think we're going to push on now and get up to 2,000 subscribers and 500,000 views, and just keep plodding on as you do. But sometimes it's good to take a break. I haven't spoken to Glyn, Rhodes, Tommy. I should have gone to see Dennis yesterday. He sent me a message today saying he waited for me at office all day, so unprofessional of me, but I wasn't very well yesterday. But I'll catch up with Dennis anytime now that he's not a tax exile and he's back in the UK. But anyway, that's another story. So let's go straight in on the Tommy Frank fight. I'm going to see Tommy probably next 3 or 4 days. There's no rush about that. He's had a lot of media commitments. I thought he fought fantastic on the night, and he stopped the guy. It was a good fight while it lasted, and he's now sitting down on his punches very well, and it'll be interesting to see where he goes. But he's 10-0, 25 years of age, and he's a Commonwealth champion. So it's all looking good for Tommy at the moment, and I wish him all the best. Where he goes from here now is up to Tommy and his team, but I think that things are looking really good for Tom, and he's put the time in, hasn't he? He's put the effort in. He's a great kid. He says all right things, he does all right things, very hard trainer, as I've mentioned before. He's a very good kid, and I'm looking forward to him to following his journey, I suppose. So good fight for Tommy. I was gutted that Michael Gomez Jr. didn't win, and the other fight, I'm not even going to mention the first fight because that was terrible. There were only 3 fights on, but I thought that the Gomez fight and the Tommy fight saved the show. But there were quite a few pull-outs, and that's just what happens in boxing, isn't it? You're going to get pull-outs, and that's just how it goes. But let's just wish Tommy Frank all the best. I'm very pleased for him, and good luck to him. So right, that's that video done now. Hello Dennis, how are you doing? You're live on air, how are you keeping? You alright?
To hear you.
Yeah, I'm alright. How are you doing now since Tommy Frank knocked out Luke Wilton the other night? How are you doing? How's things going? Well,
he exceeded expectations at this stage.
Yeah.
Because I've always thought he'd got it in him, but it's how he boxed the other night, I thought he was a world-class performance, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I did, and that kid came to fight, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He come to have a right pop. I mean, he brought plenty of support with him. Even when he got put down early in the first half, he come back and rallied, and I didn't want Tommy to get complacent and think he was just going to blast him out. And he's got a very good brain, Tommy, for such a young fella.
He's very rounded now, isn't he, Dennis? Have you noticed? Because he's not being rushed. He's very polished and he does everything correct, doesn't he?
Yes, he does everything correct, and we're a great team. So I'm looking forward to us going on the world scene. Probably at 1 or 2 conventions this year and touting Tommy Franks to get in the world rating. So watch this space.
Yeah, it's a good story, isn't it? Because he's a good kid, Tommy. Very dedicated, isn't he, Dan? And
Yes.
he says all right things, does all right things. He looks the part. He's even got perfect teeth. He looks like something out of a boy band, doesn't he?
He does. He's very dedicated, like you.
Yeah, he's very dedicated. yeah. So that's a slight dig, that, isn't it?
Oh, Russell. He's a pleasure to work with, and we've the future's looking a bit brighter. We've got 1 or 2 things in the pipeline, so we keep plugging away, Russ. And I think he's. Look, I keep saying it with Tommy. I've got kids to world titles with less ability than Tommy Franks. Yeah. So, and you know that.
I'm just looking at. Obviously, you've had 6 world champions in the past, and you've done well. But I'm just looking at the media interest at the moment, and there's a few people calling Tommy out now, isn't there? Sonny Edwards and.
Anybody else?
Pardon?
Rush?
Sonny Edwards has done a 25-minute interview on Boxing Social, and he's saying he sparred Tommy up there, and he wants Tommy. He wants to fight him, but his team around him are not probably not going to let Tommy go near him. And
well, bloody thing. What Sonny's got to do is earn the right. He's got to go and win something what's meaningful, what they can both fight for, and Sonny will bring something, Tommy will bring something, and let's do it for something more meaningful. So if Sonny can keep winning, because I'm pretty sure that Tommy's going to keep winning, then we can do it for something and make both of them kids a lot more money. That's what it's about as well. Meaningful titles and plenty of money for both of them, and that's the proper business sense. Not just calling somebody out because they've just gone and won a title. If Sonny keeps winning, then we'll obviously it's inevitable they're going to fight because Tommy will keep winning. So if they both keep winning, they'll probably both end up fighting each other for a world title.
Yeah, he's called it out for Unboxing Social for to fight on Warrington Galahad undercard in Leeds.
Is he a businessman all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Don't work like that. So
yeah, I know that. I'm just saying. Yeah.
So I'll be. If he's put on, there's every chance I'll be putting that on. So I look forward to doing business with him. But I just want Sonny to keep winning because then he builds it up. So they both make a lot of money. It makes a big fight. So that's why I'm hoping they both do well. I'm sure Tommy will. I just want Sonny to keep winning.
Yeah. And what about Brad Watson, Dennis, for Tommy? Because there's a bit of needle there, isn't there?
We'd take that tomorrow, yeah. Brad, I got him an English title after 2 defeats, so I pulled that out of the bag for him, and then he pulled out with, I don't know if they were proper injuries, but like, it was as though he weren't in love with the game. I think he was busy at work, and there were always some excuse, so, you know, I used to like Brad. I thought we could do something with him, but I won't make history with him in Guernsey. He's the first English champion, so it was as though he just wants to live on the back of that. So if he's that ambitious, he should want to come and fight Tommy. We're doing Guernsey, but Brad's another one. He needs to keep winning, so we'll see. We'll see.
And what about Kyle Youssef?
Another one, yeah. But they've got to go and get hold of something. We're on a path, so if it makes commercial sense, then we'll do anything. But let's make them big fights. That's what I want to do. Make them big fights. But look, Russ, I've got to go into this meet now, so I need to get off now. But I'll give you a ring in a bit.
All right then, we'll have a better chat then.
We'll have a little chat, but always good to talk, and I'll see you in a bit, pal.
All right, you take care, mate. Bye.
Bye.
That was Dennis Hobson there, aka Ron Lyle. I were in the middle of a thing there, a chat, so I had to finish it quick. But I had a little bit of a chat with Dennis there. That's just saved me a 50-mile round trip, and I'll probably get one with Glyn Rhodes shortly. Let's see. In fact, time is at Glyn's at gym in at 3 p.m. and we'll get one with them. We just do them on phone. I mean, I'll have to be chasing about. It's all good. But yeah, Tommy Frank. I don't really think there's much that needs to be said on the matter now. Tommy's a good fighter. He does everything correct, and let's hope he can get some good get some good fights. But he's really polished. Not a lot of people know this, but Tommy Frank, as a youngster, went over to Mayweather's gym, and is it Bowser Edwards? One of his lot, and Jeff Mayweather. They had a young kid over there who was supposed to be the next big thing. He was the same weight as Tommy. I think they're both same age. I think they were 16, 17 year old. And Tommy took him to school in Mayweather gym. Now that was about 8 years ago. And ever since then, he's been earmarked for stardom. But he's one of them the guys that's gone under the radar. Just because he's not in every interview, just because he's not out there shouting and bawling, and just because his trainer Glyn Rhodes, who's a old school spit and sawdust trainer, you know, one of those guys who doesn't believe that it's about the trainer, believes it's about the fighter. For example, if any of you hardcore boxing fans are to go out there today and you go on IFL, Behind the Gloves, Boxing Social, Seconds Out, all you will see 20-minute to 45-minute sit downs with Dave Caldwell, Dominic Ingle, right? That's all you will see. All they want to do is talk themselves up, right, as trainers. It's not about them. Dominic Ingle made that the other day. Josh Warrington press conference with Galahad, he made it about him, right? He was the one playing up to the crowd. He was the one in a new jacket. You know, he's the one that's doing interviews and is going on about book deals with nutrition and this and that. It's about your fighter. Same with Dave Caldwell, Penfold. Caldwell makes it all about him. Stay out the limelight and give it to your fighters. You don't get Glyn Rhodes in every interview, do you? It was never like that when he had Errol Bomber Graham, who was a superstar at the time, when he was training him. It's not about the trainer, it's about the fighter. Now, Glyn Rhodes is not in every interview, Tommy in. Now, I understand that fighters and trainers sometimes have to get their guys out there, but Dominic Ingle's in every interview at the moment, innit? If I were him, I'd be crawling under a rock. Because, you know, Billy Joe Saunders has left him, and it's probably over that drug test thing. You know, Billy probably feels that he's not to blame. And then you've got, you know, Caldwell, he's in every interview. He should be hiding after Bellew's last performance, shouldn't he, getting iced? David Price got iced. Do you know what I mean? He should be getting out of the way instead of getting in there every 2 minutes. They feel that they have to put the promoter's hat on because they want to get good percentages of their fighters' purses, don't they? But stay out of the limelight, leave it to your fighters. Nobody's saying you're not good trainers, but I don't want to see interviews with you lot. I want to see the fighters. Now, anyway, we're going off key here. Good luck to Tommy Frank. He's a great fighter. He's a nice kid. He's a good family man. And like I said many a time, I left Dennis's one night after a late one, and I caught Tommy Frank for 5:30 in the morning running up Ridgeway Moor. Now, that's dedication for you, innit? Because I didn't see Liam Cameron chasing after him. He was probably in bed. That's the difference. So between dedication, somebody who wants it, and them who don't. So good luck to Tommy Frank. It sounds like Dennis is not going to go Sonny Edwards route. They'll take the Brad Watson fight and all that, but that's going to be up to Steve Goodwin. But alright, so peace out, keep on trucking. Hello all you hardcore boxing fans out there, how you doing? It's Big Porky here, and I've got on the phone with me from Sheffield live Mr. Glyn Rhodes. How are you doing, Glyn?
Russ, how are you?
I'm alright. Have you recovered since Tommy's win?
You know what? I actually haven't, because the following day, after Tommy's fight, we ended up national champion Tegan Scott. We drove down to Stoke-on-Trent and he got a first round win. So we're absolutely buzzing in Jim at the moment.
Yeah, your Jim's flying at the moment, isn't it, Jim?
He certainly is. Like I said, Tegan Scott, he's only 15, middleweight, believe it or not. He won national title a few fights ago, and then, like I said, Saturday we went down to Stoke-on-Trent and he won in the first round. So we've had like I say, we're still coming down, and job's on fire, so to speak. So everything's good, Russ.
Brilliant, mate, brilliant. How did you think the fight went? Because he looked very polished, didn't he, Tommy? He did everything perfect, didn't he?
He did everything that I didn't think he could do. Well, I'll tell you now, I was one of the people who didn't think he'd got his man's strength yet.
Yeah.
I also thought, I also knew he could punch a bit, because I've seen him in the gym and on the bike. But I'm worried about him, and I also thought this kid's a strong man. He's a very experienced kid. He's been with some good fighters. So I was one of the people that actually worried about him and thought, is this a step too far, too soon? So when he put him down in the first round, I was shocked. I was as shocked. I think I was shocked as Luke. And then when he put him down again, I thought, oh my God, what is going on? But I didn't want to get too excited. Yeah. Because I know it's a 12-round fight. It's not going to get excited in the first round. But like I said, we didn't need 12 rounds, so everything turned out good.
He seemed to grow, didn't he, with the occasion, didn't he? Do you know, the day before when we were at that library, that when we went out for that weigh-in, he seemed to be soaking it all up, didn't he? He was so relaxed. It was like it was his time, wasn't it? Do you think, Glyn?
Yeah, I do. And I think you'll see an even more improved Tommy Frankie's next fight after doing what he did to Luke when nobody gave him any chance at all. Well, not at all, but a lot of people thought it was a big step for him. And not only winning, but in the fashion that he did it. This is a kid who's gone 12 rounds with world champion, being in a good caliber of opponent. And after all, Tommy Frankie had only had 9 fights. So to do what he did against Luke, he's honest. I take my hat off to the kid. I do, honest. He made me. I was so proud of him that night. Everybody knows the story with Tommy. He's with a hole in his heart. It's a great story. Who would have ever thought that one day he'd go on to become world champion? And he did the right number on Luke, didn't he?
Yeah, he did a great number on him, and I kept saying to you, we had a chat about it, that could be a bit early this, and you said, well, where do we go here? We've got to roll dice, Russ, haven't we? You were in a no-winner, weren't you, really, Glyn? They were shit or bust, wasn't it?
Exactly. If Luke had proven to be too much for Tommy, people would have said to me, you pushed him too soon, that kind of thing. So it's 6 or 1 off does another. You do if you don't. So at what time to let a kid off the leash? And like I say, after that performance now, and knowing Tommy how I know him, there's not many people that in his weight at that sort of level that I'd be too worried about putting him in with.
No, I don't. Do you know what you've just said there is absolutely right. And just looking now at the list, there's not many in his division, is there, because of his weight. But when I look at the list, there's 13 there's 12 in his division for Britain. But Tommy's up to 41 in world now, right, which is good.
What does he do up now?
Tommy's ranked number 41 in world now.
Is there?
But he's number 2 in Britain. He's above Sonny Edwards and he's above Brad Watson, Ryan Farrag, there's Joe Mafosa, Kwesi Kadime, Ricky Little, Jack Hughes, Harvey Owen, Sam Campbell, Stephen Maguire. But like Tommy's up there 10-0, age 25, behind Cal Yafai. Now he's above Sonny Edwards, he's 10-0, age 23. So that's the big fight that everybody's wanting, isn't it? Sonny Edwards, he's the one working his mouth, isn't he, on social media.
Oh God, listen.
Yeah. Did you see his interview?
Yeah,
we know what.
Yeah. Speaks about you. Yeah, and then you get a title and everybody's calling you out wanting to fight you. But listen, I'd like Tommy to just have a couple of defences of that Commonwealth title, because I still stand by what I said before the fight.
Yeah, he's a babby.
He's still a work in progress.
Yeah.
He's let's not all get carried away because of what he did to Luke Wilton, but he's still a work in progress, and after all, he's He's really, you know, he's had 9 fights, well, 10 fights now. So he's still a baby. So we're not in no rush. You know, we've got a meeting with Dennis. We're not in a rush at all. We don't want to, you know, want to keep this show rolling for a while. We don't want to burst a bubble. So we're not getting carried away talking about, talking world title fights and things like that. We're being realistic. So a couple of defences of the Commonwealth title fight, and let's see where we end up.
Yeah. Another thing I noticed about Tommy, and I've noticed it for a couple of weeks now, he ever since his last win, I've noticed that he's got a little bit of swagger. You know, he used to be, you know, a few years when I first started palling about with you boys about 4 years ago. Tommy were like a little quiet kid, wasn't he? You know, he never had that bit of swagger, did you? You know, like Frotch, he has always had that bit of swagger, hasn't he, and bit of edge. He never really had that edge, has he, Tommy? Before I've noticed it.
He's grown up in the gym. You know, and he's always been a little baby behind Sam Sheedy and John Fuchs and Lee.
Yeah.
He's always been the baby. Now them guys have all moved on to creative factories or whatever. Tommy's the boy now.
Tommy's top boy in gym now, isn't he?
He's the top boy, exactly. He's the top boy. We've got some good kids coming through, but he's the top boy at the moment. And like you said, when you win these titles and when you start getting a bit of self-belief, you get that little bit of swag. Yeah. You get that little bit of self-confidence and belief in yourself that, you know, you can do it. Now, hey, look, Tommy, a lot of people said before the fight, Tommy can't punch. And look what he did to Luke. So now we know he can punch. And not only that, he hit him with body shots as well. And I'm a big fan of body shots.
You are.
Throw body shots. I always say that. You know, kill the body and the head dies. So the way Tommy actually done Luke with them body shots, I was well impressed.
Yeah, I was, mate. I was impressed with his work. He went upstairs, downstairs, side to side, front foot, back foot, head movement. It was a good variety, but he's a very well schooled boxer, isn't he?
Again, people, you know, seem to forget he's not just suddenly come on the scene.
No.
He's been growing up as a baby in the gym with some great fighters out of my gym from back in the day. He's 25. He's been in the gym since he was 10, 11 years old. So he's been around good fighters. He's been to big shows. He's, you know, we went to sparred in Vegas with Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, I remember that. He went over there and he schooled the kid who they were grooming to be a big star. He took him to school, didn't he?
Yeah, in Johnny Tocco's gym. And I remember, you know, the problem with a lot of these trainers, they stand at the side of the ringside shouting, "Oh, you're looking good, man," or, you know, just picking. And I thought he might get to Tommy, but Tommy absolutely schooled him. And like I said, Floyd Mayweather Senior's into the corner with his top boy. So Tommy's not just suddenly arrived on the scene. He's paid his dues, he's been in the gym, he knows how he works, he knows what he's got to do, and he's got a great future ahead of him.
Oh yeah, he's got a fantastic future, and it's like I've just had a chat with Dennis just now, and how can I explain it? Dennis has had 6 world champions, so he knows what it's all about, doesn't he? Right? He's been to the top. He's had kids from beginning, hasn't he? Like Clinton, you know, he's down at the top table and he's down at the bottom table, and I think with Dennis's influence, and I think with a bit of patience, and I think you can go all the way, because you're not one of them who wants to be in every interview. You're not going to be out there putting your face in paper every 2 minutes and bigging him up here. He's had 10 fights, hasn't he?
I don't want this. I'm as famous as I want to be, but I've recently watched a press conference between 2 local fighters, and I was absolutely embarrassed at the press conference. I watched it and I thought to myself, oh my God, some of these trainers want to be more famous than boxers.
I've just done an interview, I've just said that in an interview. I saw it was embarrassing seeing Dominic Ingle, he was speaking for Gallard all the way through. Why didn't he just let Gallard speak? It's not about him with his no jacket on.
Exactly. Do you know what the problem is these days, Russ? Like I just said, some of the trainers want to be more famous than the boxers.
I've just said it in an interview, I've just said it, mate, exactly the same thing.
Well, listen, the most important person in boxing, you know that is
the fighter.
That's the boxer, not the trainer. And all these trainers, you see them now, they're all superstars, or, you know, they think they're superstars. That's the problem. And like I said, they want to be more famous than the boxer. Why? I don't know. But that press conference the other day, it was proper embarrassing. And
do you know what, Sean O'Hagan, he don't get involved in all that, he just stays in the background and Josh's dad.
Yeah, he's funny, isn't he?
Sean just said, well, listen, I just hope Kid Galahad's drink don't get spiked.
You know funny.
Yeah.
There were parts that I was cringing, thinking,
oh God, it was embarrassing. I don't know what it were all about, because they're on a fixed purse, so it's not pay-per-view. So why Dominic had to get involved like that, I don't know. But that's up to them, innit? But main thing is, Tommy Frank, he's had 52 rounds.
Yeah.
That as a pro, 52 rounds. So let's just not get carried away. You know, he's ranked number 2 in Britain behind Yafai, and they're saying he might move up so that Tommy will be bit boy in England at the moment, or in Britain for that weight. But there's no rush, and there's not a lot of people in weight divisions, so he will get a world title shot soon.
Exactly.
And he's got that belt, which is like, you know, I think it's between a British and a European, that, because it goes to a 52 country, the bigger area, and it's a proper belt, like, you know. It's not, they don't give you them.
It's not a Mickey Mouse belt, is it?
No,
look at the people who've won it before.
Oh.
Some of the people's names who are on that Commonwealth belt, it's a great belt to have. And like Tommy said, he wants to do it the traditional way.
Yeah.
You know, like Clinton Woods, again.
Yeah.
I always use Clinton as an example.
Yeah.
He did it the traditional way.
Yeah.
And he had his downfalls and he had his setbacks, like when he lost to David Starry, and he still came back and went on to be world champion. That's
I've just said that in an interview. I've just said, a lot of people, a lot of these trainers, they want to make it about them. For example, there's trainers out there that should be pulling fighters out when they're getting good hidings. Now, Dennis pulled Clinton out against Roy Jones, didn't he?
Yeah.
Clinton even admits he were getting tonked. Now, I'm not going to say there were people behind the scenes who had a go at Dennis about that. And Dennis said, look, I'm saving that lad for another day. Now, he ended up beating Johnson, who knocked Roy Jones out. So that was a good move by Dennis, wasn't it? But we both... Yeah.
Listen, you know what's going to happen past year with us. You know what can happen in I don't ever want that on my conscience again. So I'll probably be a little bit too, I won't say too keen to stop a fight, but you know, I told you this before.
Yeah.
Them kids who are in there, they're somebody else's babies, and you've got to look after them the way you'd expect somebody to look after your baby, aren't you?
That's it. And like we spoke about a couple of weeks ago, there's trainers out there, right, that'll think, well, listen, I'm going to leave this kid in. I know he's getting tonked, but he might get a lucky punch in. Now, it's the wrong attitude to have. It isn't about the trainer and what with their 10%. It's about the fighter and his health, innit? Health and safety is paramount.
Yeah, exactly. With that. Hey, Russ, I think you should do a spot about brave trainers. Let's have a poll about these brave trainers, because I'll tell you what, some of these brave trainers and managers, some of them have never been cracked on mouth.
Exactly, yeah.
And if you've never been in there and took a shot on chin or on the nose or in body, you know, it's hard to explain to people. But
yeah, I'll do a video about it this week, Glyn.
Yeah, they're just too brave, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they're all brave when they're sat behind ring apron. It's not them that's getting flogged, is it?
Exactly, but you got to think, years down the line, you know, I see a lot of my guys that I've trained over years. None of my guys are punchy. None of my guys are talking down the nose. You know, I've just been with Jez Wilson. Just spoke to Jez. I've had a text from Fuki today. I've just left the gym and Sam Sheedy's in. None of my guys are punchy.
Sheedy, John Fuchs, none of them got hit, did they? But they were all, if they were getting tonked about, you'd have pulled them out, wouldn't you?
Oh, listen. Well, I did. I mean, I remember Billy Boyle when he boxed Nathan Cleverley. I pulled him out and he didn't speak to me for about a week. In fact, I remember it well because he never even come to collect his wages. He wouldn't talk to me. He proper got a face on Boyle. Anyway, when he finally come round, you know, he spit his dummy out. But when he finally come round, he agreed that it was the right thing to do. But at the time, you got to remember, fighters, they're brave men, and you know they'll fight until they can't fight no more. But that's why you need somebody in your corner who's going to look after you. That's
why you need somebody in that corner who's actually done it.
Exactly.
Not just stood in a gym looking in the mirror in their underpants.
Exactly.
Hey, showing the six packs off. Look at me.
Trust me, my days are looking at myself in my underpants and
Y-front's in it, Glyn, for you. Speedos. Oh, it's a Speedos, yeah. No, we leave that to the other lot. They wear them, don't they?
We don't Speedos.
But anyway, other than that, are you alright, Glyn?
Everything's good. I'm just on my way to the gym now.
Well,
everything's good.
well, listen, I'm on. I've not been very well this week, but I'm on a new number now. This is my new number. Tommy's other number is in my other phone, which is no good. I can't get note up on the screen. If you could send me Tommy's number, and I'll have a little chat with him, and I'm going to put all this in as one with you, Dennis and Tommy, if that's all right.
I'll do that now.
Thank you very.
I'll save your new number and
Right.
I'll send you Tommy.
Thank you very much. All the best, Glyn, and I'll speak to you soon.
Ta-ra, bye.
Take care, mate. Bye
Bye.
bye. Bye. That was Glyn Rhodes there, legendary trainer, and he's not frightened to say his opinion about trainers who think it's all about them. And I'm not myself, and if Dominic Ingle's got a problem with me saying that he shouldn't be putting himself out there in every interview, Dominic, you can come on this channel anytime you want. It's constructive criticism. You should be letting Kid Galahad, who's a world-class fighter, come out in his shell a bit and sell himself. That's what you should do. Let Kid Galahad speak for himself, Dominic, because you can't speak for him, can you? Because you've never been a fighter, have you? You've been around fighting, but you've never been a fighter, so let Kid Galahad speak for himself, Dominic. But today's show's about Tommy Frank, who's a pal of mine. I've followed him for 4 years, and he's a great kid. He's really easy to talk to. He's very professional. He's got the same girlfriend he's had ages. He's just a nice kid. He's a popular kid, and there's a good little repertoire they've got in that gym there. Him, Sheedy. I've got Tommy's number here. John Fuchs. They're all a close knit, and they've had a terrible tragedy in that gym a little over 13 months ago with Scott Westgarth, God rest his soul, and it knocked them all for 6. And I thought Tommy showed a bit of class after the fight, dedicating that win to Scott Westgarth. So well done, Tommy. Well done, Tommy Frank. And I'm going to give you a ring now, pal. All right. So peace out. Keep on trucking. Right, and I think we'll ring Tommy Frank now that we've had Glyn Rhodes on, Dennis Hobson, and I've given my opinion for what it's worth. I'll get the man of the moment on, Tommy Frank, while I'm sucking on this lolly.
Hello?
Is that the champ?
It is, right?
I'm alright, how are you, Tommy?
Yeah, very good, pal, very good.
What are you on with?
I've just been to Meadow. I've just been spoiling my beautiful girlfriend to a few things.
You're spoiling her, Tommy.
Yeah, I'm just on the way. I'll give a shout out now. I'm just on the way to the Devonshire Arms at Middle Angley, where my good pal John Tompkins is sort of a room out at night. So I'm just going to go up there.
That's in Hillsborough pub, isn't it?
It's what?
It's the Chef Wednesday pub, isn't it?
Is there? I have no idea. There might be a few Devonshire Arms, to be honest. It might not be one you're thinking of.
Oh, my pal used to... Yeah. You what, mate?
I hope it's not Wednesday pub.
So...
That's another thing I've just got today. I'll be at that beautiful downtown Bramall Lane next Saturday on pitch at half time. So,
brilliant.
I'm very excited.
Brilliant. Now listen, now that you're Commonwealth champ, Tommy, how's your life changed?
It's not changed. It's not changed at all, to be honest, mate. It's the past 2 or 3 months I've been Commonwealth champion in my head already, anyway, mate. So I know what it felt like before. So I just imagined it in my mind, and then now I'm living it.
Same belt as what Sheedy had, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. By the way, I'm still waiting on my apology, you know. You haven't said sorry yet.
Ah. What? Because I thought you were a bit too early for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I apologise, Tommy, I got it wrong.
It's alright, pal, don't worry. Listen, mate, it's, I could fully understand you why you thought that. I think when you look on paper,
Yeah.
it were my toughest fight, and a lot of people I didn't pick for it, but I think if you saw your own
Yeah, Glyn were. I had a bit of a chat with Glyn, as you know, last few weeks, and he were a bit worried as well.
Yeah.
Because like you know, wrong.
We all knew that I had it in there, but I just think, you know, when it's working on planting my feet a little bit and letting my shots go, so I think that really, we really saw that last Friday, you know, and I think, in all my other fights, I've never really had to do that, you know, we've just stuck to the game plan. When I boxed the area title, you know, that was my first kind of test, and we knew that Craig Dawkins was just going to come in and go big countries all night and try and have a fight, so we just boxed and moved, you know, so we've never really had the opportunity to show that side to me, but I think on Friday night I showed that I have been that side, so it was good.
Yeah, it's I can explain it. You kind of like went for it, didn't you, Tommy?
I think, you know, like I said in the build-up, and I said it in the papers and stuff, you know, I said that I would shock him with how strong I was, you know, I didn't think he expected me to be that physically strong, and I think every shot that I landed clean on him, whether it was head or body, it did hurt him, and I have to tell that. You know, I think that he probably just looked at the record and he hadn't really heard about it before, so he just probably thought I was going to come out and try and dance around him for 12 rounds and try and beat him on points. And probably a lot of people thought that, but you know, I think I filled the point, you know, what we've been working on in the gym with me and Glyn and my team, and they all came together on the night.
Yeah. What next for Tommy Frank now then?
No, I'm so excited because I feel like, well, I know that we're on a journey, you know, Glyn and my team down at SBC working with Dennis Hobson and Steve Gunn. We're doing good things, you know, they've got the top in the bill in my own city on free-to-air TV. So what more could you want for building your name up, you know, they're trying to make me into an household name, you know, they're trying to get my city behind me, and I couldn't be happy how it's progressing so far. So, you know, I think the plan is what we're doing, pal. Keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah. Have you noticed that Sonny Edwards has called you out on internet?
Yeah, you know, I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen, but listen, when you get fighters calling you out, it means you're doing something right. And obviously I've got a title that the other fighters are going to want now, so it's going to make me a target, but everyone knows me, I'll fight absolutely anyone. You know, my only job is to train hard and fight whoever gets put in front of me, and I'm in good hands with Glyn and Dennis, and you know, I trust them fully with my career, and I just fight who they tell me to fight, but as a man and as a fighter, I will fight absolutely anyone.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's good. I think Sonny sounded a bit desperate in that interview on Boxing Social.
Yeah, I think he probably knows that domestically there's not much else to latch on to, you know. But I mean, I've got a lot of respect for Sonny, you know. I like him as a person, you know. We've had a couple of spars together and we had a chat afterwards, and he's a nice kid and he's a very good boxer, you know. But I think, you know, I'm sure the fight will happen at some point, but you know, I'm just focused on doing what I'm doing, and like I said, I'll fight anyone, but it's completely up to Glyn and Dennis who I fight.
Yeah, well, it's all looking good for you, Tommy. 25-year-old, 10-0, Commonwealth champion. You're number 2 ranked in Britain now, and you're ranked number 41 in world. So, you know, it's good times for you, isn't it? And good times for Jim after a bad year you've had.
It is, you know, and it's just, the scary thing is we're just starting out, you know, this Commonwealth title, it's a massive title, you know, you look at the company I'm in, you know, Clinton Woods has had this belt, Anthony Joshua's had this belt, Tyson Fury's had this belt, all the great fighters on the way up have picked up the
Nigel Benn, Frotch.
Yeah, but there's too many to name, to be honest, you know, anyone who is Denny one has had that title, so I'm in good company, and I'm very, very proud that I've won it. But you know, this is just the start. You know, we're on the way up, and obviously you mentioned the year that we've had. You know, with Scott Westcott, and everything I do will be for Scott. You know, I'll always have Scott in my head when I'm in that ring, that feeling with me, and we're going all the way to the top.
That's brilliant. Well, listen, you go enjoy your shopping spree with your lass, because I bet she can plough through your money, Tom.
Oh, it's brilliant. She loves it. I've got a lot, but I mean, I'm sure that'll change in the next couple of years.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be able to spoil it even more, mate.
That's brilliant. Well, listen, all the best, Tommy, and you take care. I'll see you soon, pal.
It's always good to talk to you, pal. Keep doing what you're doing. I'll see you soon.
Cheers, mate. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
That was Tommy Frank from Sheffield, little Super Tommy Frank, the Commonwealth Super Flyweight champion. That he won in style against Luke Wilton by KO after dropping him a few times. And he went in with a good kid, Luke Wilton, and although I was cheering for Tommy, I was worried that he were getting in with a guy who's experienced. Now, I wasn't saying Tommy couldn't do it, but I just thought that another couple of fights, Tommy would be a big favourite. I didn't want him going into a fight as an underdog, because I just felt that Dennis were maybe rolling dice a little bit, because he ain't got a big stable now. Sheedy's gone, Liam Cameron's banned, so big names have gone from the stable. And I just felt that he was rushing Tommy, but obviously Dennis knows best, doesn't he? He must have seen something that I'd not seen, but I were a bit worried. And Glyn Rhodes said to me he would have preferred one or two more fights, but little Super Tommy, he proved his mettle on the night, and he pulled it out at bag. He didn't just pull it out at bag, pinching the kid's pocket with a points win. He went out there gunning for him, and you know, has he got his man strength? Well, they say you get your man strength, don't they, about 27-year-old. But if Tommy's man strength's still to come, well, maybe he's just not been letting shots go before, or I don't know. He's still a baby, isn't he, really? 52 rounds he's done. So, maybe little Super Tommy, he's arrived, but you know, looking at his record, he's had a good mixture of fights. The kid he fought last time were on a good run, 18-2, and then he had a draw. Then he fought Tommy, but he won like 5 on trot. Then fought Tommy. In fact, I think he won more than 5 on trot. Let's have a look. His last 6, he were 5-0 and a draw. Adam Yahya, let's have a look. He's had another win again. He's had another loss against Andrew Selby since Tommy's done him. But yeah, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 wins and a draw on the trot. And then little Tommy Frank from Sheffield didn't stop him. He beat him on points. So, to be honest, maybe that was Tommy's coming out fight. The one before that. Maybe we all got it wrong. Maybe Tommy Frank, just because he hasn't had 20 fights, maybe we all thought because he'd had 9 fights, it was too early. Maybe we just don't know not about boxing, who knows, but yeah. I didn't mean to say I didn't think Tommy would win him, I just thought he was a bit early and he was a bit inexperienced. Proved me wrong. Tommy, I apologise. I'll have to wear a Matchroom t-shirt in Tommy's gym now when I want punch bag. But he won, and that's it now, and he'll get a world ranking now in next couple of months. And onwards and upwards. I don't think they're going to go for Sonny Edwards. I think that fight needs building up. But it's all looking good, isn't it, for Tommy? For Tommy, it's all looking good. 2 good wins, an 18-2 kid and a 20-5 kid. You know, they're good wins, them, his last 2 fights. And you'd say that Tommy now, if he's 41 in the world, he'll be getting a top 15 ranking in the IBF now. So onwards and upwards. Anyway, it's all good. So it's all looking good. So peace out, keep on trucking, keep supporting boxing. It's a fantastic sport. Fantastic. Well, I think now that we've had Dennis's opinion on it, and we've had Glyn, Rhodes and Tommy, I think we're going to have to phone the Stig. So let's give the Stig a ring. We need his input.
Hello Russell, how are you, my man?
Is that the Stig?
This is the hot Stig, if you don't mind.
Well, you're live on Porky's Corner. How are you doing, Stig?
I'm doing very well, mate. I've just been in a big meeting with a barrister.
Oh yeah. What's funny about that, Stig, with what they charge?
Well, yeah, but I mean, I do have competitive legal cover with the London Taxi Drivers Association, and this incident is covered in that. I mean, I've done nothing wrong, Russ, and there is no evidence, and I was worrying that something might look like I had done something wrong on this boat's video evidence, but there isn't anything on there, so it's a big weight off my mind. It was good.
Right, alright, well listen, I'm just ringing you up. I've just had Dennis on the phone, Glyn Rhodes and Tommy Frank, and we've been chatting about Tommy's victory for the Commonwealth title last Friday. He's now 10-0, age 25, headlining in Sheffield on TV show, so it's all looking good for Tommy Frank, isn't it?
It is looking good. I mean, look, Tommy is with Dennis Hobson. Now, Dennis is a man who's achieved a lot. He's a clever, thoughtful, insightful bloke, and he's achieved a lot in his own life. But what Dennis likes doing is helping people with talent and character. Because you can talent on his own is not good. We saw what happened to Tyson Fury when he wasn't acting in a characterful way with his talent. But Tommy, I can see, unequivocally applies himself. He's got character as well as talent. Dennis can see that, and when Tommy comes across so well in interviews, I saw that great interview you did with him just before the fight. So I am confident that Tommy is going to go places, and Dennis is going to make it possible for that to happen. Dennis will work with the powers and authorities in all of the organisations to create and facilitate opportunities for Tommy, and confident that Tommy will apply himself and keep working as he already has. And he's a brave lad to take that fight, a fight at that level against an opponent as tough as the guy he fought. He's had a lot more fights, was far more experienced, and has fought at high levels, and do what he did is a major statement in the division. And I think you said he's ranked 41 now, and he's second in the UK. Is that right, Russ? Yeah,
he's ranked 41 in the world on Box Record. He's ranked number 2 in the UK behind Yafai.
10-5, and he's proved that ranking isn't paid for or fake.
No, Box Recs. No, you're there on merit, aren't you? On Box Recs, on merit.
Exactly. Yeah. So, you know, it's a meritorious ranking. It's not done within. It's not done within. An ABC organisation. So, no, I'm very impressed. I'm very happy. My only complaint is that both Dennis, Tommy, Glyn and yourself didn't do videos into your phone like the ones that I do, just giving a quick breakdown of the events and then WhatsApping it to me so I could have put it out on my Twitter feed.
Yeah, but you know when you're at the event, you just get caught up in the emotion, don't you? And you can't hear much anyway. You wouldn't be able to hear much. But why didn't you just watch it on Free Sports?
I was busy. There were things going on that otherwise occupied me. And unfortunately, Russ, I do have a life.
Yeah, but I thought that you were hardcore, Stig.
Russ, I'm hardcore.
confidence in people that have got talent and character, and that's why I'm a big admirer of Dennis Hobson.
All right.
That's why I'm a Tyson fan. For me, mate, I'm more a fan of seeing people achieve what their talents should. That's what I'm really hardcore about. And no, I can't. I've got things, family things, and romantic things that need to be done when there's a box. There are things that I have to do, mate. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
When I not occupied doing other things, I would have definitely watched it. Of course I would have.
Alright, well listen, thanks for your input on this, and I will speak to you soon. I just thought I'd get your input now you're part of the team.
You've been working, and Dennis has been working with Tommy for quite some time now.
4 years.
A couple of years ago, there was quite an intense rivalry, wasn't there, between Tommy Frank, and I was tweeting them both quite a lot to sort of G things along. Tommy Frank and Tommy Chadburn. What's happened to Tommy Chadburn, mate?
Tommy Chadburn, he's on Skid Row.
Is he? Okay. Right.
Yeah, he came back, didn't he? He had one fight and he got beat and then he just disappeared. He's on Skid Row. Nobody can reach him at the moment, and it's a shame. He just goes out there and he just lifts people's legs for money. That's what he does. So I've tried to help him, but I've ended up with my leg lifters. So end of the day, we don't bother with him now. Sometimes people have got to help themselves, haven't they? But today's video is not about him. But if he would have fought Tommy Frank, he would have got smashed to pieces.
Well, you've been so. I mean, 2 years ago, you were saying to me that Tommy Frank is the one, and we were trying to sort of find that spark, weren't we?
Yeah, well that spark came last week. The spark came last week for Tommy Frank. I thought it might have been a little bit too early for him, but it came last week, and like I said, he's got a normal route is, they go for a central area, which is what Tommy's got, then they'll go for an English, a British, a Commonwealth, but he couldn't get the English or the British. He jumped for the Commonwealth, and I thought he was that big leap. Because he's kind of like missed 2 belts, hasn't he? But he's pulled it off, won it in style, and now he's probably going to have a couple of defences, and then he's probably going to go for a European. He might not even get a chance to go for British. Because his talent's that good. When he was 17, as I told you when you came over, because you came over to one of his fights, didn't you? When he fought Anwar Al-Fadi, who beat him on points. You were there that night, and the one before, the Georgian Doan off. You came to that one. Now, when Tommy were beating them kids, we were all saying you were going to be next big thing, but you just never know, because he wasn't stopping guys in these fights, but then he said, look, it'll come if you don't look for it. And
Just Warrington wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't stopping people, but then all of a sudden it all clicked in gear for him, didn't it? And he were hitting people.
Yeah.
So I'm really pleased for Tommy, and I'm pleased for Dennis as well, because I had a feeling that Dennis was, because he hadn't got much of a stable now, and I thought he were rolling dice a little bit too quick. And I think Glyn Rhodes thought that as well, but as it's turned out all right. And now people will be frightened of Tommy Frank now. I don't see Kyle Youssef calling him out now. I see Sonny Edwards calling him out, but only because Dennis is taking Tommy in a different route, and then they'll meet at the end. Then
he's an excellent boy, isn't he, old Sonny?
Sonny Edwards, but him and Tommy are both 10-0, aren't they, and similar age. So they'll meet in a couple of years when the fight's built up.
Yeah. No, I've got to say that you and Dennis, for all the time I've known you, have been similar breezes of Tommy Frank.
Yeah.
And you're no idiot. Dennis is no idiot. And clearly, Tommy has come through, and what the potential that both of you have seen has been proven, and I do believe that will continue. He actually wouldn't say things that he didn't believe. He's got no attitude, right?
Yeah.
He's not in boxing to make a load of money. He's in boxing to help young men with talent and character succeed, and I am expecting big things from Tommy Frank.
Brilliant. Alright then, well listen, you take care, Stig, and all the best to you and Heather.
It's a pleasure, mate. Always a pleasure.
Take care, mate.
Cheers, God.
Right. That was the Stig from Swanky Epsom. Probably sat in his penthouse with expensive goat cheese on crackers. I had a little bit of a taste of it overnight. I must admit I'm a cheddar man myself and a Jacob's crackers, but each to their own. Put elegantly by the Stig in his fancy vocabulary. And I suppose really Stig got it spot on, didn't he, really, that Tommy Frank is a talent. 10-0, 25-year-old. He's just headlined 2 shows in his hometown, does a lot of tickets, and now he looks like he's got his punching strength now, he's got his man strength. And I don't think that Steffi Bull, aka Andrew Bullcroft, I don't think Andrew Bullcroft will be putting it about that Tommy don't want to fight Kyle Youssef no more, because I think that Tommy, if he gets out of Kyle Youssef, he'll kill him to death inside of 3 rounds like Glubber Lang did to Rocky Balboa. But anyway, each to their own. So peace out, keep on trucking, keep supporting boxing, it's a fantastic sport. Shout out to South Yorkshire Packaging Group and Climacool Air Conditioning Company. Alright, peace.